So what's missing from the 9/11 truth movement? I think there are various problems that are currently inhabiting it. Um, and I also believe that it's fragmented from within. There are many competing groups within this movement. And that's why they haven't been able to go forward. It's 19 years now, and no truth movement or organization has been able to get anywhere at this point. There's no new congressional inquiry happening anytime soon. In fact, what's happening is actually the general public are looking at them with disdain. Um, I've been on viral media for the past 5 years, and it seems that they have gone slightly backwards instead of moving forwards. Maybe in the beginning that was the case, but what happened was they happened to uh, placate the more sane and rational voices, whether you agree with them or not, regarding the physics aspects of what happened at the World Trade Center, and the geopolitics of 9/11 is completely decimated. And these are taken over by such proponents like Christopher Bolin, Rebecca Roth, CIT team, um, Barbara Honegger, and these people don't even believe in hijackers, hijacked planes. They think that these planes are remotely controlled. And this is old hat I'm just explaining to you in past videos that I've reiterated before. So I did a previous video about regarding a new truth movement. And I think in this video, I would like to talk to the public regarding how you could be a leader instead of a follower. Um, 9/11 is a very large and capricious, complex subject. It is, but it doesn't mean that you have to be an expert in 9/11 to have a general understanding of 9/11. I use myself as an example. I'm not an expert in this field. I do have vested interest. Um, I have a slight understanding of certain issues, and um, I think the difference is that I'm not persuaded by anything but the truth, and I question my own beliefs. If I have something that I come across, I don't just necessarily believe it at face value, wherever it's coming from. I do background checks, research on it to see if it's true or not, and that's the big time waster, right? Most people don't have a lot of time like that. But like I said, for the general public, you can find reputable sources on here. You just have to dig through it, unfortunately, because there's so much disinformation and misinformation out there regarding the subject. So, what I would imply to you is so that you can get understanding on the subject, pick a field, any field that's relating to the topic, such as U.S. foreign policy, um, U.S. Israeli foreign policy, U.S. Saudi foreign policy, the intelligence apparatus, whether it be the CIA, the FBI, the NSA, Israeli Mossad, Saudi GID, Pakistan ISI, what have you, um, and these or Middle East affairs. And these issues you could concentrate on. You just take one issue at a time, have a general understanding about it, and then go on to the next area, and you can have a general understanding about it. An hour a day, if you have just an hour a day, try to read more than watch video, explaining things. I know people generally just watch videos, and when they come across a person that seems that they know what they're talking about and they just believe it at face value, I think you're doing yourself a disservice, because how would you know whether that person was telling you the truth, or he's blatantly lying, or he's just speculating about what he's talking about? The hard part here is going to be about going about um, um, researching the information that is presented to you. That takes a little bit of time, but it's worth it, because you would rather know something that is the truth and rather just believe and take it at face value. And so I think what I want to do on this channel is produce more content video regarding the subjects that I'm putting on my playlist. And I would like to motivate you to do the same. You don't have to go as far as I'm going. You just have to create video content. And if you do have a slight understanding of these areas, um, more power to you. And I would submit to you that you're important in getting the information out. Um, Now we can agree to disagree and have healthy discussion, healthy debate on here, which is sorely lacking in the whole general 9/11 sphere. There are no real reasonable debates on here or rational discussion. You just have these lectures of people who are just, just telling you what they believe, or they're defaming other people and whatnot. And that's not really getting anywhere. So we need more educational content. And I think that in the future, this is what I'm hoping for, is that we can get more motivated folk to come out of their shell. They may be shy. Look, 2 years ago, I would have never imagined myself creating video content of myself. I usually stayed in the shadows. I just stayed away from viral media and didn't think of myself as really important in the grand scheme of things. I still don't, but what I'm trying to do here is try to get more people to become motivated in getting people to talk about this subject, which is really just being overwhelmed by these people who promote these really ridiculous conspiracy theories. And they have taken the front lines. And that's not the real truth movement. They're just having a dead, isolated, fragmented group of people who are not getting anywhere. Christopher Bolin, who is the most famous of the truthers, is unfortunately, he has a decent following, but has he done anything with his information? He just blames Israel for 9/11. I'm not trying to dissuade from that subject. Yes, I do think that they at least have foreknowledge about what was happening, but this guy goes over and beyond and wants to blame them for just about everything. When I say Israel, I'm meaning the Zionist government, not the whole country of Israel. But to him, it's basically they're involved with everything. And he may talk about certain things that are factual, but he ruins it by, implying that, hey, there was no hijackers on these planes. Well, guess what? There's no hijackers. You don't have urban moving systems, and the Israeli operatives spying the ring here inside the United States monitoring hijackers. You just absolved them from having any type of complicity or full knowledge of 9/11. Same goes for like debunkers who just want to blame Muslims for 9/11, these religious fanatics. While there was some religious fanatics, hijackers, some of them weren't. Some of them hated our foreign policy, and they just want to blame them and just absolve State Department complicity or foreknowledge, as well as the Israelis from having any spy rings in the United States. In fact, there's people that saying, "Oh, they were just jerks," and the ones that were celebrating, come on, let's get real. They knew what was going to happen at the very least, and they didn't tell the FBI and the State Department while they were here. So, there are people within these extreme fringes movements of the debunkers and truthers that are just not helping issues. We desperately need more people to have a more more rational points of view to take over this really important issue. And 9/11 is such an important issue that is being dragged through the mud by these fringe conspiracy purporters and people who defend the official narrative regarding the 9/11 Commission and the FBI. And we can't allow these people to continually degrade this subject to where the public is just going to have enough. And in the future, any reasonable people who want to try to get a new inquiry or a new congressional inquiry are going to be met in the same light as the conspiracy theorists, which are maybe with some of them, maybe that was the whole idea after all.